start by saying a huge thank you to Adda for making Sangeet Foundation your charity partners for the evening. We're really excited and honoured to be here and in anticipation of this amazing music programme. The reason I'm here is because my parents, Nipper and Jointher, they started Sangeet Foundation out of a profound love for music in all its forms. So listening, playing, performing, and they also wanted to combine this passion with an idea of raising money for charity to do something good for the world. And they came to the conclusion a few years ago that the best way for them to do this, the way in which they could contribute most, would be to focus on happiness, and specifically on mental health. So why did they suddenly come to this realization that mental health was kind of the thing that they could provide most for in the world with? Well, that was because of me. So a few years ago, I was diagnosed with anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyspraxia. And the nature of the beast was such that even though I had been struggling since I was about 14 with all these issues, I had no idea that they had a name. Let alone that they were actually, illnesses or brain differences. So I just thought that they were a profound failure in my inherent personality. And the reason I'm kind of standing up and telling you this today is because if someone had, whether it was a parent, a teacher, or a friend, if they had been able to recognize any of the signs, life might have looked very different, because it might have led to early intervention, which would have saved not just me, but it would have saved my family and the extended circle in which I live a lot of struggle, a lot of fear, and a lot of grief. I'm a lot better now, in case anyone was wondering, but for anyone who struggled with their mental state, as they'll tell you, it's a massive work in progress. And part of what massively helped me with this progress was getting back into art and music in a very basic, non-judgmental way, where I had to allow myself to focus on the process and the joy and the freedom and the pleasure of making and doing things for the sake of doing them, rather than and sake of expressing myself, rather than what the outcome looked or sounded like. And a big part of that was a music charity called Ready Pop in Reading, which helped me a lot with this, because I started going last summer. They've been teaching me to play the drums. I've been every possible Friday since, basically. And I can't tell you what a difference it made to learn and play music in such a safe and non-judgmental environment. That made all the difference. And Sangeet Foundation similarly aims to provide the same sort of safe, non-judgmental environment for us in our community to speak frankly about our experiences and struggles with our mental health. And if you're not ready to speak about them, or if you're not able to speak about them, the hope is that if you're able to just listen to someone speak, then maybe just for a second, you'll feel like your experiences, your heartache with your mental wellness issues will be a little bit validated, and hopefully you'll feel just like you really know that you aren't alone for just like a second, and that would be enough. Awareness will allow us to live a little bit more compassionately, because I was just saying that awareness is what will actually allow us to live a bit more compassionately, because if you don't know, how can you begin to help? So if you'd like to support us in our mission, then please join us on World Happiness Day next year, which is on the 20th of March, where we'll have a programme with lots of music, art, lots of kind of events where you can get involved. And you can also, my dad is very keen for you to do this, please contact us on Facebook, via our website, or go on our YouTube channel. All the information is in that that banner over there. And any way in which you want to get involved, we'd be so happy to have you on board. So thank you very much for listening.